What's up, guys? It's John at National Sports Entertainment, and I wanted to go into tomorrow's pair of games and, of course, recap today. I'll tell you, it's funny because we have been on a freaking rocket ship outside of the Lakers. We got every playoff game right so far. The Clippers were actually our other one. We got them off in the play-in, but the Lakers have just been. I've been picking the opposite. Outside of game one, we did get them in game one. But yeah, I thought the Warriors would get this one. I thought 2-2 made sense. But to all the gematria people, more power to you guys, of course. I still don't think the Lakers are winning a chip, but they do live to see another day. I also, just like I said with the Suns, I wouldn't count the Warriors out. Don't forget, they need ratings, and I think this is going to be a very entertaining series that goes 7 games. But that being said, the Lakers did get it done. They covered as well. If anyone picked the cover, it was, I think, a 2-point cover. So, yeah, they look good. Again, the one good thing I could take from every game, win or loss, is people's eyes are being more opened. Curry at the end was pretty funny. Man, literally just looked right to the cameraman. But you could tell, as the game goes on, kind of what's being set up. We did get the Heat. Again, I think it makes no sense for them not to look very strong. And I think that, I personally think them Sixers is going to be a good matchup. Now, as far as tomorrow, again, we have 2 of the same games we just picked. We got them right the last 2 times, so we've been on fire, again, with everybody except the Lakers-Warriors series. And this one is where I kind of switch it up. I know a lot of people are probably expecting me to take the Sixers and to take the Suns, but I'm going to switch it up. So, Suns-Nuggets. In this game, I do like Phoenix. I think this basically will be an excuse for them to win the series, because then it's going to come down to home court advantage. Obviously, they'll have that one game not advantage. The Nuggets have that, but they go back to the Valley, and I think they get it done. I think they're too much of a draw. I don't think the Nuggets are ready. I don't think the Nuggets are a draw, and I think they really want to push this narrative that no matter what Joker does, it's not going to be enough. Now, I see a similar narrative with LeBron. Now, that being said, you had guys like Lonnie Walker stepping it up, but we'll see if they continue to do that. As far as the Nuggets, I thought they might have done a suspension, and that could have been the excuse, but they didn't do that. And I don't think they're ready. I don't think they traded away Bones. He was one of their more entertaining players, and I don't think they're going to do it. So I do like the Suns here. It was brought up to me the Landry in my Discord. I think Double P brought it up. The Landry sham. It was Dab or Double P. The Landry sham curse. I was not aware of that. I did remember it when they brought it up. I'm not going to pay too much credence to it, though. It is interesting, and it does seem like it could be going that way. But I think at the end of the day, again, I always say narratives reign supreme. So in this game, I like the Suns. And again, I'm just taking money line. So you could take the cover, but getting plus 185 is good. It's a lot better than 100. So I like the Suns here, money line. Again, you can be safe and play the cover. That's up to you. But I do like them to win. Now, as far as the Sixers, Celtics, I kind of briefly went over this in the last 2 or 3 videos because, as bad as we've done with the Lakers, we've nailed every turn of the way. We had Boston's 2 wins and Philly's. So, in this case, I actually like Boston. I've been saying all year that I think Doc Rivers, blowing leads or just putting his team in precarious positions is going to be the talking point. So I think here, 7.5. Again, they just played a competitive game. Harden looked crazy. Embiid didn't even play that great, and they won. So you would think that this game wouldn't, they're in Boston, I get it. But 7.5, I think a lot of the public is going to like this number for the Sixers. 4 to 6 points is one thing. Once you start getting this, 7.5 points, someone buys a couple points, and now you got double digits. So I think Boston wins a very, maybe not decisive, but I think they win a very well-coached game here, go up 3-2, and I do have Philly winning the next 2 after that, just so you know. So I do think Boston's going to go ahead 3-2. I just don't think they're going to win the series. And again, the public line is part of the reason I think that. The last time Boston had -8, and they won that game. And then they were at home and they were only getting -2, which was weird. So, they do that a lot. So when I see this kind of fluctuation, it does make me like the Celtics cover here. And like I said, I like the Suns straight up to win. I think they're going to get it done. And we'll have the Suns up 3-2, and we'll have the Celtics up 3-2. And I think almost everyone's going to be ruling out the Sixers at that point. And I think that's when Doc surprised people. As I said, I could be wrong. They've just really been honing in on Doc this year, and I don't think it's a coincidence. So, those are my 2 picks. As far as like I said, there's a lot of people that I know that like the Lakers. From the beginning of the season, I've been seeing people say it's a given, they gave it away. If they win the championship, then that does give the gematria so much more credence, and of course I will assess videos using much more of it. I just don't see it. I really think it's a hype thing. I don't think they might get past the Warriors, but I still have faith in the Warriors, believe it or not. And I think between public and just the fact that Bronny's coming out, I think people don't understand how dues work in the NBA. You don't reward a guy, turn around, and then reward him again. Usually there's some kind of penance, like blowing a lead in the playoffs. I'm just throwing that out there. So I'm still... the Lakers obviously did way more than I thought they would, but going forward, I don't think much is going to change. I really do like Phoenix for the West here, but we'll have to see what happens. Again, there's that other story, too, that, Durant needed the Warriors, or did the Warriors need Durant? So having him lead the Suns, which I believe he will, to the Western Conference Finals, just makes sense. So I do like the Suns here. I think it's the best play because we're getting odds. And then for the Celtics, I like the cover. Again, they might not blow them off the court, but I think they might get hot, and it won't be a game like the last one we saw. We just had a couple close games now, like I went over before. They seem to be going back and forth, 2 very close games. And then we had closer ones today. The 6th and the 5th were blowouts. So I think we get back to at least one blowout here. And it makes sense to me that it might be Boston here. So that's who I have. I will be doing baseball, just for anyone that, has been... I went over it in a couple videos ago. I essentially just went into a few series we're playing, and as you can see, as of today, we closed them all out. So again, that's, 6 units that I literally just picked off of metrics. The Rangers were one of the best teams on the over, so I went under. They didn't get it done in the first 2 games. They got it done today. Yankees went over in the second leg. The Guardians got it done. They went over, I think, yesterday. Red Sox and Phillies went under. Royals got it done, and so did the Marlins. They got a win yesterday or the day before. So that's literally all our baseball has been. As you can see, on the 7th, that's when I picked these. We started off 0-6. So again, I try to show people that my channel is not about being right all the time. I'll have people like clowning me and saying I'm a joke. Like, I have hit like 90% in the last 2 or 3 weeks, but because I get like one game wrong. But to me, even if I'm getting like 50%, it's about the system, and it's about profiting. If we can profit at 50% hit rate, or not profit at a 60% hit rate betting standard, of course I'm going to take the 50. But we've been on a nice hit rate. But the baseball's a great example because, again, we started off 0-6. We missed all 6 the first night. The second night we hit 4 of the 6 left, and then we finished out the last 2 today. So, yeah, it's just, and that's starting off bad. We usually aren't going to start off 0-6. So, to me, it's just more of an acumen to why my system works the way it does. So, for the people that are just, are new, I'm seeing a lot of new people, which is great. But I want you guys to know the whole premise of this channel is using discipline, smart money management, and betting the narratives and fading the public, all these things, to beat Vegas. So that we're up, I'm going to get back into the exact daily rig unit count. That is just pretty taxing to do all that. But if you follow along, you can basically do it yourself. We're up 6 units from baseball. Every basketball win is a unit. Today, I legged to the Warriors. If you remember what I said when I picked them a few days ago and they lost, I said when they play again, I'm going to make them a leg 2. So that one is going to leg 3. We put a unit on them. They didn't win. At least I did. A lot of you guys didn't. So good for you guys. But I put a unit on them to win. They didn't. Put 2 on them today. They didn't. So now we will be putting 4 units on them. At least I am, when they return to Golden State. So that's how that works. The same thing with the other teams. And that's why, again, the system works. We've done thousands and thousands of plays for the people that are newer, and it's just been tested to be true. So for the people, that think it's just about picking like games, we don't just do that here. I put just as much effort into beating Vegas than I do trying to hit at a 70% rate, which again we do quite often. But again, with juice, we need a system. So if you are curious, you can go and just if you search my channel, just type in rig system explained or something to that effect. I have 2 or 3 videos where I put up periodic updates going all over the system, going over all of our picks. So if you don't want to watch 170 videos worth of playlist videos because all of our picks are in live time, you could just watch, one of those videos just if you want to get acquainted with the system. It helps because, like I said, I couldn't really go nuts into baseball, but people on my Discord were like, nice, we got it. Because they understand when I pick a team on leg 1, if they lose, I'm just going to take them on leg 2. So if you're unfamiliar with the legs and that kind of stuff, just leave a comment. I'll explain it to you. But I always just try and tell people it's nice to do good. We've been doing really good. I think 11-2 or something in the last week or so picking basketball. Baseball finished well. In total, we have closed 15 baseball series out of 15 because before I took a little bit of a break, we had closed 8 baseball series pretty easily. That's why I'm really looking forward to finishing out baseball season. We're going to do good. We'll be up over 150 units pretty soon because baseball, I just can tell, it's just paying too well. So yeah, I didn't want to make this long-winded, but like I said, I wanted to at least draw that distinction for a lot of the newer people. I don't just say, oh, it's rigged, this, look, and then show a clip of some guy selling the game. That's not going to get anything done for us. I try and obviously pick winners, which tonight we were 50%. We didn't get the Lakers again, but the good thing is most of you guys were against me on that anyway. So for the most part, I imagine people watching my channel did pretty good. And like I said, I can't stress enough the importance of a system because nobody's just going to beat Vegas routinely with the juice without a system. So mine, it's been tested for 6 years. A guy literally ran it online as I've gone into. I watched him run it. He did it for baseball only. And then he just disappeared one day because he was a guy on a random internet forum. And that's why I started this one almost a year ago. And again, we haven't been down one day. And we've been clear up over 100 units for a while now just because we've built ourselves a nice buffer. So again, if that sounds like too good to be true, it sounds like crazy, all I can say is just watch the videos. It's all there. And it's all on my Discord. I put up all of our picks, wins and losses, in live time. So yeah, I just wanted to go into all of that in case I can't upload for a day or two. I didn't want people thinking, not knowing what to do. I will get our baseball picks out, and like I said, we'll be able to, you'll know, at least for the whole series, who we're going to be going with. I don't change from one team to another team when I'm picking baseball series. With basketball, I will. As you can see, I got the Celtics tomorrow winning. But with baseball, we're just picking teams not to get swept. I'm picking teams that are ridiculous against the spread, etc. And I went into that a couple videos ago. So I think we do really good. Baseball, I'm hoping to have that out pretty soon. I'm talking within the next 3-4 hours once I look at the games, because I really do want to take advantage of it. And the more games we play, just historically, the better the system is done. So everyone, thanks again, for everyone that shares the channel love. Everyone that agrees, disagrees, you help the channel just by, engaging in dialogue with me and each other. And we've been doing really well analytically. I think people are starting to understand it's easy to just put out a video and say, oh, this is, and that's why a lot of these people stop doing that, because once we all realize it's rigged, now we got to do something about it. We can all talk about it, but nothing is going to get done. So that's the biggest piece of information that I've taken from what people have told me, and the way people are just newer people specifically are talking about the channel is we're doing something about it. We're not just complaining that it's rigged and crying. We're going to make do our best to make money off of it. And yeah, we've done a great job so far. The goal is 150 units before the end of the finals, because I think that's a very fair, conservative number. We're around, like I said, 120 units right now. I have to tally them all up. There's a ton of them. But yeah, it's just all sticking to the system. And I think people would be surprised if they saw how just conservative, tiered, incremental betting without chasing. That's the most important thing. No perpetual chasing. It almost always leads to profit. So again, thank you all. Take care and happy earnings.